only give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and peak the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget it, we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen. I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget it, we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen.
I came in nothing but them raps, the clothes on my back, them L-dogs, nothing but them blacks, the A, with a black man is debonair. I'm talking about a black.
A good neighbor to nearby downtown Phoenix. We're at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale, Arizona. Ball is teed up. Joshua Carty to do the honors. And away we go in Glendale. Devin Duvernay to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Kyler's starting off with the throw. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be first down, Arizona. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Catch made by Austin. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Now the pass is complete to McBride. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I got just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Back to the air, Murray. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. That tackle made by Kobe Turner.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the gun, it's Murray. He's got Harrison. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10, Murray. Pass complete, that's Devin Duvernay. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And this is down to the 5-yard line before they can stop him. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They give on 2nd to Benson. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Cardinals finish up an excellent opening series. Trey Benson, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Returning it from the 4. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got 1st down from the 31. First carry now for Kyron Williams. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Motioning one of the tight ends. Now a run here with Blake Corum. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Here's 2nd and 5. His first throw is an interception. Darnell Savage with the pick. And the Cardinals get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. What a call for their first pass of the game. It would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're going to have to regroup after this one.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Second and 10 now. Got for big yards on the right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. They're set up at the 35 now. Murray here on 1st down. McBride hauls it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. About to begin the 2nd here. The Cardinals definitely thinking points. They send the tight end in motion. Pressure coming, it's Murray. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They send him left out of the slot. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. The kid, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Turning to Benson on 3rd. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Is in for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals pull that in front further, 13-zip. Kicking team out to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Play fake, it's Mayfield. Has a man, Dalton Schultz. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
First down, here's Baker. This into the hands of Will Dissly. And they make the tackle at the 38. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Straight ahead with Williams. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
That's caught for the 1st. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. Motioning the tight end now. Mayfield on 1st and 10. The throw is caught. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Another run for Williams. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. It'll be a gain of 5, and they've got 2nd and goal now from the 3.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Pressure coming, Baker. And the defender comes away with it. Max Melton with the INT. And the Cardinals have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back! Because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Now Murray on the play fake. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. And that one's incomplete.
I hate those situations, Kate, as a QB. I'm looking for an open passing lane, and I can't find one anywhere. He thought he had one available. Defense did a better job of knocking it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Murray. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Glendale. It's the Cardinals. With it, 1st and 10. Kyler looking to throw. He's got him. That's McBride. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Benson's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And now they have a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run here. It's Benson. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. They send a man in motion. Benson. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Come on, offense, come
Staying on the ground with Benson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only 1 yard there, back-to-back stops, and decision time now on 4th and goal. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, here's Mayfield. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. So second down coming up.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. Just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Throwing again is Baker. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Mayfield now from the gun. Into traffic, complete. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. Second half starts with a run by Williams. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
From the gun, Mayfield. Fits it through the middle. And they take him down right along the 30. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First and 10, it's Mayfield. It is cut left side. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. From the 21. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. A give to Corum. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Go with Williams on the counter. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Mayfield with a blitz coming. He loses the football. And the Cardinals grab it.
Man, did those sidelines get loud. I think we all had to figure out what the heck was going on, and we recovered the ball. But the minute they see the defense gets it, Kate, look at them. They save 6 points, and they get the ball back for their offense.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now Kyler. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Benson now from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
From the gun, it's Murray. That pass is complete to McBride. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. McBride hauls it in. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tackle made by Cameron Curl.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Pressure coming, it's Murray. This finds Austin complete. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Back to the air, Murray. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals push their lead further to start the half. Trey McBride, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals make it a 24-point ball game. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Play fake. It's Mayfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it'll be 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
2nd down, Mayfield to pass. This will be caught by Cooper. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, with out routes or in routes just like that.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Rams.
So we're through 3 here. It's Rams football, and they're probably ready to just get this final quarter over with. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Cardinals side of the field. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Baker now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
You know, those big guys are taught that if you can't get to the quarterback, guess what you can still do? You can get a pass breakup. That's perfect timing to get his hand up and knock that ball away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Schultz with the catch. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st down, here's Baker. Complete, it's Cooper. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a gain of 7, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
They'll look to run with Williams. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Rams putting up points in a game decided. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams pull a little closer. It's a 17-point game now. Carty has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Here's Duvernay on the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Yeah, when you got a game changer as a wide receiver, you want to get the ball in his hands any way you can. And I love that call. Right, we see it all the time on bubbles and quick little receptions. But put the ball in his hands as a runner, and this dude's dynamic.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Hand off to Benson from the gun. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They give it to him up the middle. Juke the defender. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. They'll try it with him again. And he is into the end zone for an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals put up even more points in a win. That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals make it a 24-point ball game. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Cooper. They'll touch him down a couple of yards away from that marker.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st. New set of downs for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on 1st. No one around. He's got space. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond. Running the counter, Corum.
And he only gets a little here, down inside the 35. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
A modest gain on the counter. A good recovery there from the front 7, Kate. They bought the fake initially, but adjusted just in time to limit the damage headed the other direction.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. It's the 2-minute warning from Glendale. Rams trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Running for the marker with Williams. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
So often, one of the things you have to teach running backs at the NFL level, you don't always have to hit a home run. Especially in short yardage situations, just go get that single and move the chains.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the gun. Nakua nabs this one along the sideline. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got it over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 13. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Give to Williams from the gun. Will not be denied. Touchdown. The Rams making the scoreboard look a touch better. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. And off to Benson to start the drive. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
They give on 2nd to Benson. And he's taken down after a short rush at about the 36. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. So the Cardinals fight to a win here at home. And they draw first blood against a division.